expansion. These are probably going to come all the way down to this brand new expansion here, and getting the gas down here as well. And this expansion actually has less mineral patches. I did not know this. Less mineral patches and 1 gas. I believe it is one of the gases that you can mine faster from. So kind of like a gold base with gas though. And TLO getting a spine crawler down here just to prevent one zealot coming in and doing a ridiculous amount of damage to him. If we look at our supplies, looks like TLO's at 198 to 173 of the Protoss, but this is what we like to call a death ball. Got 4 sentries in here with almost full energy, 3 Colossi, a lot of stalkers. This push could be hard for TLO to hold off, especially if he loses unnecessary units here. Oh, and he loads them up, but with those Blink Stalkers, he's going to be able to drop those Overlords and loses about 8 roaches in those Overlords, and that can make a huge difference later on. TLO is getting his hive. He has thrown down another expansion down here in the bottom right, and they're just kind of pushing back and forth, filling each other out here. TLO, I believe, doesn't know about this expansion yet, and hopefully he doesn't fly those Corruptors too far in, or they're going to get demolished by these cannons. So MouzMana now sitting on his 4 base. TLO working on getting his 6th base. And TLO's pushing with roaches up here. All these roaches are going to easily get taken out, but they did almost take out the pylon, which would have deactivated all these cannons. MouzMana realizing that and throwing down some more pylons. He doesn't need that happening. More Mutalisk Harass coming here. I'm not Mutalisk Harass, but Drop Harass even. TLO dropping into the back of MouzMana's base with all these Overlords up here and doing a surprising amount of damage. Deactivating this Robotics Bay. Getting a lot of pylons thrown down here because TLO just demolished a lot of pylons. A lot of Zerglings moving around the map, just kind of watching what's going on. A lot of Hydralisks coming out as well. And one thing I'm noticing is TLO is not spreading his creep after it all got killed. Protoss Deathball is getting ready to move out again. His Colossus numbers are up to 4, a whole lot of Blink Stalkers. That is so many Blink Stalkers with, looks like 4 sentries now with full energy. And this could be tough for TLO to stop. TLO's trying to get his units set up in a position where he can make the attack where he wants it to happen. As Zerg, you really need to have everything positioned just right so you can do flanks, and especially for huge armies like this, you cannot always just attack head on with force plates and everything. These Corruptors are trying to sneak in and get some kills on the Colossi, but there's so many Stalkers here. Guardian Shield going down. Colossi is dropping. 1 Colossi down. 2nd Colossi is going to go down. These units, though, of TLOs are just being funneled into this very narrow choke, and those Colossi were able to get a lot of damage out. Still a lot of Blink Stalkers left, but Hydralisks are very good against Stalkers. Still 1 Colossi up as well. Another Guardian Shield going down. And TLO's probably going to lose this expansion. These Hydralisks are still in a narrow place where they do not want to be. As the Spartan said, they're in a place where numbers count for nothing. And with those Colossi shooting everything, that's a lot of damage coming out on those Hydras. TLO, though, is sitting still on 5 bases. Main is completely mined out. He's pumping out 13 Hydralisks right now. Another Colossi almost finished for MouzMana. And TLO is, looks like, accidentally picking up units in his Overlords. Hopefully he realized that and starts dropping them. Yes, there he goes now. And TLO needs to pull back a little bit and start getting his army back together again so he can make a push at this, because he's losing about 3 Hydralisks at a time to this army and those Corruptors, and he's going to need his Corruptor count to get up high, because if more Colossi keep pushing, it's going to be a lot of damage. Large group of Blink Stalkers, looks like about 14 Blink Stalkers moving down to the expansions of TLO. They're going to be doing a lot of damage down there, and MouzMana is doing a crazy good job here. TLO says the GG. He realizes he cannot get his army out any quicker. Very good game by MouzMana. He's really impressed me right now with his Protoss play. Of course, he always plays very impressively. That was game 2. We'll be moving on to game 3 soon. I'm not sure if this was a best of 3 or if they're just playing 3 in a show match. I didn't know what this replays were from. The site didn't say. But we'll move on to game 3 next. Thanks for watching. I hope you stick with me.